Welcome, fellow gardeners. If you've been searching for a game-changing secret to transform your soil and, well, supercharge your garden, you've come to the right place. Before we dive deep, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below sharing your favorite soil tip, because today we're uncovering a secret that many rice growers have known for generations, but most backyard gardeners completely overlook.
This is all about bigger worms, and honestly, the magic they bring to your soil. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create soil so rich and alive that your plants practically grow themselves. Worms aren't just nature's recyclers, they're your secret allies. Most gardeners think worms are just a nice bonus, maybe something that pops up when soil is healthy. But the truth is, worms are the ultimate soil engineers. They don't just eat organic matter. They convert it into nutrients your plants can actually use. Their burrowing aerates the soil, improves drainage, and encourages beneficial microbial life to thrive. Bigger worms like nightcrawlers are especially powerful because they can tunnel deep into the soil, mixing layers and pulling nutrients from deeper down where plant roots can't reach. In rice paddies, farmers have known for centuries that a soil teeming with worms produces stronger, more resilient crops, and that principle works just as well in your backyard garden. If you want bigger, healthier worms, you have to give them the right environment. Worms really thrive in moist, well-structured soil that's rich in organic matter. So, start by adding a generous layer of compost, ideally about 2 to 3 inches thick, over your planting area. Use a mix of green materials like kitchen scraps and fresh garden clippings and brown materials like dried leaves and shredded cardboard. This balance provides worms with the protein, carbon, and energy they need to multiply. For practical application, aim for a ratio of roughly 3 parts brown to 1 part green material. Keep the soil slightly damp, but not waterlogged. Worms need moisture to breathe, but simply can't survive in standing water. If you're experimenting, a simple method is to sprinkle a 1/4 inch of water over your composted area twice a week, and then adjust based on rainfall. Not all worms are created equal. Small worms are great, but, bigger worms move more soil and digest more organic material each day. A single large nightcrawler can process up to 1/2 pound of organic matter in just 1 year. That means more nutrients cycled into your soil, deeper aeration, and, honestly, a faster breakdown of organic matter. The end result is soil that holds water better in dry periods, drains efficiently in wet periods, and provides a habitat for the microorganisms that are essential for plant health. In practical terms, when you start seeing bigger worms in your garden, you'll notice your tomato roots growing deeper, your carrots straight and thick, and your leafy greens thriving with fewer interventions. Even if your soil currently has few worms, you can change that. Start by adding worm-friendly bedding in select areas. Compost, partially decomposed leaves, or straw work beautifully. You can even introduce worms directly. Nightcrawlers or red wigglers are excellent choices depending on whether you want them for deep soil aeration or surface composting. Once they're in, avoid tilling the soil aggressively. Worms are delicate and need stable habitats. Feed them regularly with your compost scraps, but steer clear of citrus peels and onion layers in large quantities. They're too acidic and can slow worm activity. Think of it as nurturing a mini ecosystem. The more stable and abundant the food supply, the bigger and more active your worms will become. In rice paddies, farmers often use shallow flooding techniques to encourage worm activity and microbial growth. While backyard gardeners can't exactly flood their beds, the principle is definitely transferable. Periodically moistening the top few inches of soil encourages worms to come to the surface and begin their nutrient cycling. Another technique is layering organic matter in stages. Layering organic matter, you see, really helps to set the stage for a thriving worm population. Spread one layer of compost, let worms process it for a week or two, then add another. This mimics the natural rotation in rice fields, building a soil structure that is rich, spongy, and absolutely teeming with life. It's not just about seeing worms on the surface, though. When your soil starts forming crumbly, dark humus holds moisture without becoming muddy, and your plants grow robustly with vibrant color, you know the worms are doing their job. You might also notice that soil compaction disappears, and seedlings establish faster. Gardeners often find that areas with more worms require less fertilization over time because the soil itself has become a self-sustaining nutrient factory. Consistency is key, really. Feed your worms regularly, maintain moisture, avoid harsh chemicals, and rotate crops to prevent soil fatigue. Mulching with straw or shredded leaves also helps, especially in hot or dry climates. Another tip is to periodically check soil pH. Worms prefer slightly acidic to neutral conditions, around 6.0 to 7.0. If you notice the pH drifting too far, small additions of lime or sulfur can help restore balance. By maintaining these conditions, you create a long-term ecosystem where worms thrive, your soil stays alive, and your plants grow stronger year after year. Bigger worms translate to richer soil, and richer soil translates to healthier, more resilient plants. Tomatoes, peppers, leafy greens, root vegetables all respond to the improved structure and nutrient availability that worms provide. Even ornamental plants benefit from the increased soil life and better water management. Essentially, by focusing on worms, you're investing in a long-term, low-maintenance soil strategy that rewards every season. So there you have it, bigger worms, richer soil, and the secret techniques rice farmers have perfected that we can use in our own gardens. By giving worms the right environment, feeding them properly, and nurturing them as a vital part of your garden ecosystem, you're not just improving your soil, you're building a garden that thrives naturally. If you found this guide useful, don't forget to subscribe to Evergreen Garden YT. Hit that notification bell and share this with your fellow gardeners. Drop a comment below telling us your worm-boosting strategies or any questions you have. We love hearing from gardeners who are as passionate about living soil as we are. Your garden's next season of abundance starts with the humble worm, so let's get digging.